relationship. I wasn't looking at it like a
Oh,
toxic
well, if you're in a
hit it and quit
relationship,
it.
but if you're
Happening his jaws. We finna
See,
make this shit now playing.
relate, well, you better specify. See, that's
I
the whole
mean,
problem with the communication
the
with
show
ovaries.
is how many times have you wasted somebody's time though? Oh, okay. I look at quickies as that's a fun time in your relationship though. And yeah, okay,
let
so
me ask you,
over
how many
time,
dates have
over
you been
time.
on where the shit was dead in the first 30 minutes?
Goes both ways. Go ahead.
I don't, but it that I'm just saying you keep on saying your gray hair got you wisdom.
Hey, you
The
got
show, the show is called Quickies though. I mean that's the show. Do you have a type? Do you have
I
a type?
used to. I used to, man, but I think now more so these days, a physical type I still do to a degree. I mean, somebody that
Okay.
you got to be able to fuck with somebody that's appealing. I if I can't look at you, I can't sit across from you. Period. Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
So
gotta
looks
have some
do
type of physical
matter.
attraction. You know what I mean?
Looks do
Outside of
matter.
that, yeah, I don't date big women. I'm sure that there's a lane for that. That's just not my lane. I don't date big women. Uh, I like I don't really the height part of it. I really can't discriminate too much against it. I'm 6'10", so you know everybody's
He's
shorter than me.
pause, ladies. He's 6'10". And yes, I've been around him. I've stood next to him. And you gotta do this. You gotta do this when you look up. You gotta do that. So
Yeah, yeah.
so while we talking about cussing him out and all that kind of stuff, just think about that, ladies. Think about that. It's not a
Oh,
lot of tall niggas these days.
nah.
Well, it is. But they don't find us too often. They don't find us. I digress. Go ahead with your
But no,
statement.
like I said, I don't with that. So I mean, just that's pretty much on the physical side of things, man. Long as you put together, you do your thing. I used to like them kind of fair skin, light skin, caramel complected. You know what I'm saying? Nice slim, nice titties, nice
Now
ass.
you don't. Now you don't. They gotta be
Now,
what?
now, now, as long as you're beautiful, you this. I don't really care about the complexion too much. You know what I'm saying? And as far as that,
Okay. I
if you
thought you went.
if,
I'm like, oh, you went all the way
if
to
you
the
ain't
chocolate women.
if you ain't got no
Okay, so you're
titties,
not
I can
saying
work with that. You know what I'm saying? Now,
you
because
not okay. So you're not saying you went. Okay, so now you're saying you're encompassing of all black women.
yeah, I love all shades of black women.
You
Don't get me
said
wrong.
shapes, not
Uh,
shapes.
Shades, yeah, don't fuck with the
I'm
shades.
trying to get you. Okay, let
Nah,
me stop.
shit,
I'm trying to
shit,
get you
shit.
caught up. That's not fair.
Yeah,
That's
don't get
not
me
fair.
caught up, goddamn. Nah, 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 nah. I
But
know,
so
I
that's
know
not
my
fair.
oranges. I know my
Okay.
watermelons. Okay.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
I have a type? I do. My
Of
type does
course.
not work though. My type has always been because I'm 5'9", so I feel like I'm tall for a woman,
You are.
and my type has always been my height or a little. I mean, no. My type has always been much taller than me. I prefer, but the attraction has been this. Maybe even we going no, not that far down, not that far down.
You been
Maybe
getting
just
the little fellas of the world? Is that what's
shorter
happening?
than me in
Oh,
some cases, and I don't discriminate to some degree, okay? Because I don't want all of a sudden a flood of short niggas or tall niggas or any nigga. But my point is, I started to look at the character more. I started to look at what I wanted out of life more. And then that started to change the type that I liked, the type that
yeah.
I went for, and all that kind of stuff. So I still don't do certain types, but for the most part, I'm encompassing more types. And I don't like to say what my type is officially because then I don't want a certain type just all of a sudden, like, oh, I didn't know she liked us. No,
You
I
want to
don't
guess?
want the. I don't want I'm not soliciting for dick pics. I'm not
Ah, yeah.
soliciting for none of that. I'm not soliciting. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we all have a type, right? But our type hasn't served us too well, is what it seems like. That's why we maybe expanded our options, opened our what do you call it? Expand your horizons, open your options up, or your mind up to newer experiences, different people. So,
Diversify your portfolio. Yeah,
okay, some of that,
maybe, maybe. Because I mean,
maybe,
I think,
maybe.
and see the reason. And here's the thing: because we do have types to a degree, we have what we like. Ultimately, we like what we like, right?
We
And
do.
in the fucked up way the world works, the person or our soulmate could be what's not our type. It could be the
Mm.
complete adverse opposite, which there begs the question: do you continue to pursue what you like, or do you keep an open mind and just embrace whatever comes your way?
I think you definitely don't ostracize any type because you can
Yeah.
absolutely miss your blessing that way. I feel like that for sure.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you lower your standards in any
Exactly.
form or fashion either. Because then a lot of times they're like, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to end up getting anything. And so sometimes women just feel like, well, anything that come their way, they just going to have to take because it's absolutely going to be opposite of what they like. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking an ugly nigga. I don't care what kind of which way any of this goes. I'm not taking an ugly nigga just because the type that I had in that in my mind.
But what if they
didn't
have
work
great
out.
fucking character? Didn't you just say you look at more character these days?
I do, but I also look
You're
first.
looking for, yeah, you're looking for a
I
nigga with
look
character that's
first.
easy on your eyes, ain't you? See,
I
that's what I'm saying.
see. But I'm saying what I see, just like you said, what you see
Yeah,
has to be appealing. So we
absolutely.
have to be appealing, or we have to be it. You have to be appealing to us for us to even, for me to even look your way.
Exactly.
Because if it's not, then I'm not even checking for you.
Can't do it. And it's fucked up to say that. It doesn't make us shallow people. And again, we like what we like. So again, you're first meeting somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
definitely have to have a physical attraction. The one thing I peeped from watching all them crazy ass pop the balloon shits, which is
You
nuts to
watch
me.
that? Okay,
I
okay.
mean, it comes across my feed, man, my YouTube and shit. Some shit's hilarious, but main thing is though, you're soon as a person, whether it's a female or dude, usually dude, once they walk out and they're physically unappealing to these women,
Yeah.
pop goes the balloons all down the line. And us as watching that shit, you can see like, damn, bro, you didn't have a chance. You didn't even have a chance. You woke up without a chance today, bro. Like it's fucked up. So again, as fucked up as it may be,
Uh-huh.
that physical attraction has to be there on some level to even get your foot in the door with somebody.
But do you feel like that's what's keeping you single? Or do you feel like you're keeping you single because you're working on you and all that kind of stuff? Or is it your type that's keeping you single?
No, I honestly, me, it's almost like an enigma, honestly, to myself because I am single because I'm choosing to be single at this point. Like I dated when I got down here. Um, I actually successfully dated when I was down here. I was dating somebody for quite a while, and then things happen, life happens. They ended up getting a new job offer, and they ended up moving to Charlotte, North Carolina. So after that, I kind of been chilling. You know what I mean? So I get out from time to time, but I think more so also to, like I told you in the very beginning, I'll be quick to flake on shit, man. If I don't get the reciprocation that I feel should be coming my way based on my level of interest, I'm not gonna hound you. I'm not gonna really bother you. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Well, it was cool kicking it with you and shit. I just don't think it's gonna work. And I peacefully move on. I keep shit cool because you never know. You never know. I keep shit cool. So
Okay, so you keep it cool just because you want to spin the block. Now we're gonna go back to that other
yeah,
episode. You
yeah,
keep
yeah,
it
yeah,
cool just so you
yeah,
can spin the
yeah,
block.
yeah. You got it. I don't
He
burn bridges.
said
I don't burn bridges. I don't. I keep shit cool.
he said mm,
Fun
he said
fact.
he keeps it cool just to spin the block, y'all. I'm just
One
letting
thing
you know
about
that.
me, a majority, not all, but a majority of my exes that I've actually been in relationships with, I'm still cool with to this day.
Do you feel like men miss their wife by just trying to fuck with somebody? Just be fucking with them.
I don't. I don't think that I don't think that they'll miss their, you know what I'm saying, miss out like that unless they're just completely, tunnel vision on some shit.
Just box
But
focus, just
yeah,
box
yeah,
focus and guap
yeah. You know what I'm
focus.
saying? Yeah. If you just not,
Okay.
yeah, if you just not, you just here, you ain't even, your peripheral ain't even working.
Okay.
Then yeah,
Okay.
then yeah. But if you're just that locked in, that's a problem. I'm gonna say that's a problem, but I think you might need to reevaluate reevaluate
Okay.
the situation. But
Do you
I
feel like,
mean,
bonus question, do you feel like there's a certain age that men should be married by or should
mm,
have been married by a certain age? So like they could be divorced and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff, but if they've never been married, do you feel like that's a red flag?
I don't think it's a red flag. Like myself, I've never been married. I've been engaged a couple times. So in my 30s, I was engaged twice in my 30s. So it's not for a lack of trying, but I think at this age, and this is what I'm starting to kind of embrace more, and that's maybe it's just me or just the older that I'm getting, is that sometimes okay if I think in our early years and what we were taught as kids coming up and young
Mm-hmm.
adults, marriage is ultimately the goal, right? My
Mm-hmm.
thing is, what happens if you don't get to that stage? Because I don't want to be married just to get fucking divorced. You know what I'm saying? Like
Or
if I
just
get
to tick
married,
the box. Just to
yeah,
tick the
yeah,
box, like,
I
hey, I
want that
did
shit.
that.
Yeah, I want
Like,
that shit to mean something. You know what I mean? We're gonna be married. We staying married through thick and thin. Fuck, you know what I mean? So, but I look at some of my older people, like I bowl and shit. So my bowling leagues is a lot of older black
mm-hmm.
folks, right? Some married, some been married for 30, 40 years, 50 years. Others not so much, but they have people and they consider them life partners. So they're not married,
Okay.
but they're not going anywhere. So they're with this person and they're enjoying each other. And they say we don't have to get married. We're just gonna be life partners. There's no paperwork involved. Eventually, if the shit gets stale, we go our separate ways. If not, then we're gonna ride this thing out. I fucks with that too. The older I'm getting, but for me, I
And
think
see,
the goal is still marriage at this point. For me,
for you, marriage is not the goal.
no, I'm saying for right now, it's still the goal for me. Now,
Okay.
if I'm still single about the next 3 years, we're gonna talk about something else.
You said 3 years.
I
That's
said
a short amount of time. That
listen,
happens fast.
I'm gonna be out of this. I'm gonna be 50 years old in 3 years, man.
3 years, but so you say 50, then you're like, oh shit, then
Oh, hey, if I ain't married about 50, I'm looking for a life partner.
oh, okay, ladies. If he's not married in 3 years, that sound like who said that? It was a rapper. Somebody said they had to get married by a certain age, or I can't remember who said it now. Damn it. Or somebody just got married and he said that this whole time he never thought about marriage. I can't even think of who it was now.
Hmm.
I can't think of who it was, but it was somebody who recently got married. Damn it, and I have to just put it in there if I remember it. But I think marriage. I say marriage is still the goal for me, but it's not even as I get older. It's just as if I find somebody who's on that same wavelength, then we decide where that goes.
Right.
Ultimately, it's not going to be it has to be this or that. But if it makes sense, it makes sense. So I guess that's where I'm at with it, because I've been married before, a short time, but I've been married before, and it wasn't for the right reasons. It wasn't
Right.
for reasons that, well, I'll say it wasn't for reasons that I would say is right. For Christian do-gooder types, it was right. But for me, it wasn't the right reasons for me.
Right.
But either way,
Yeah, it's a big marriage. I mean, honestly, marriage is to
it's
me, it's a
work, but
very
it's
big
it's
fucking
work.
deal.
It's work, whether it's a relationship that you're
Yeah.
working hard at, that you've
Yeah.
been with somebody for years, and that's a life partner. That's still hard work too. So to
Yeah.
me, it just depends on what the purpose of the marriage is for. It could be for business reasons. It could be for legal issues, medical stuff, or whatever. But the bond and all that other stuff got to be there first for me to be even,
Mhm.
wanting to go that route. So
Exactly.
it
Marriage
doesn't.
is a contract. It is a
I,
contract.
and I think that's what this generation is going. Our age range and up, I think that's where a lot of mindsets are going now. It's like it's not even about the whole white picket fences and this whole American dream of marriage and all this other stuff with this big beautiful marriage and that sort of thing, because you realize you got to work. It's gonna be work regardless. So if you're gonna work at it, then make it be with somebody who's worth working for, worth working with too, not just for but with, because the with part is the team piece too. So to me, you know, that this is bonus content at this point because we over.
Oh, okay. I look at quickies as that's a fun time in your relationship though.
And I afford this car payment. Y'all already talking about cruise control and GPS, and this got to specify. See, that's the whole problem with the communication with ovaries. If that's what makes you go like, oh,
it's a double entendre with me. Of course. It's a part of a healthy relationship. I wasn't looking at it like
well, if you're in a relationship,
of course. It goes both. I shouldn't say that these days.
Is it that you want I hate to sound corny, because if that's what makes you pop, look what he's doing. He's spending some money. Relationship. But if you're related, well, you
everything.
Y'all drive me crazy. Goes both ways. Go ahead.
I don't, but
I really don't want to fuck with you. That's what
the show is called Quickies though. That's the show.
Hope you quick with it, this ain't no crawl. Gotta bounce with the beast and talk.